Hello one and all. It's me, the mighty, the grand, the marvellously tanned, the whimsically well-endowed and the womanizer we all know and love, DRBC 007. First and foremost, if you are one of these easily upset, yellow-bellied ladyboys, nothing wrong with a he, she, it's just the world we live in, but seriously, if you are easily offended by a ranting video with passion and partisan-esque efficacy, then turn this video off. It may not be for you, and I therefore apologise in advance. I don't usually like to turn your welcoming embraces southward, however this video and flowing prose will delve deep into the reasons why I am so bloody pissed off with Battlefield 5 and everything surrounding it. So buckle up, it's about to get bumpy. No, darling, I didn't say you look frumpy. No, you don't need to change. I didn't say frumpy. I said bumpy. Bumpy. As in we went down the hill and it was a bump. I said bumpy! Okay, so where do I start? I am undoubtedly going to get a slapping from many of you for saying this, but right now, the Battlefield community, well, it's just so damned annoying. The devs, the content creators, not all, I hasten to add, some of the extended community, they are just, well, like the vegans of the gaming world. Pompous, arrogant, so self-righteous, forcing agendas and ideas upon the unassuming masses, and they're so blinking belligerent in their views. They are just unable to accept others feel a certain way or hoped for something different in this title. These people are right, and even when they're wrong, they are right. They seem unable to accept when they make mistakes, only to then sugarcoat changes they make as if they are listening to the community. It feels like they aren't making a game for us, their loyal fans and customers, but a game that a few really wanted. They are turning me away from Battlefield faster than a Sunday night 2 AM special at Sandra's brothel turns my Willy westward. I'm serious. They are so self-righteous and condescending and patronising. I've been holding so much of this in for so long, and surely, I cannot be alone. You get devs come out and say something online, someone questions it legitimately, and they attack their fans. They patronise, they talk down to, often they just completely ignore people who have taken the time out of their day to ask a question. They insult us, even at one stage telling us not to buy the game. Well, some won't, others didn't pre-order. Is this a surprise to them? Yesterday, I saw a tweet about the M1 Garand not being present at launch. Some guy made a very valid point. The arguments from the community and the devs were so hypocritical and ludicrous to me. This is one of so many examples, but it just irked me so much from people that I actually like and follow. "Where did you read that we won't have the M1 Garand eventually?" said Florian, drunk as whatever you call his name, and that's probably not his accent, in reply to some chap stating, "So you're saying this is a game about World War II with no M1 Garand?" A valid point, I may add. One of the most iconic guns in World War II, and it won't get featured at launch. After a long Twitter to and fro, I finally relented with the last statement. It's amazing how many people are defending the accuracy of this game when it comes to the live service chronological order, but then attack those who question other areas of its historically inaccurate choices. So what are we supposed to do? Wait a year, or 2, or 3 to get the M1 Garand in the live service? Whoop-de-fucking-do! Also, don't you think it's rather hilarious that they want it to be a game that's historically accurate when it comes to the tides of war staggered, time-gated release of drip-fed content, undoubtedly designed to prolong the game's existence, but they say it's not a history lesson, and isn't accurate, and never was supposed to be when people question why there can be black or Asian disabled women fighting for Germany, the Nazis, let's just call them what they are at this time, or the British, who by the way never allowed women serving in the front lines, wielding bloody samurai swords. Then it's all about a creative, inclusive experience, not bordering on historical validity. Of course it is. Oh, get off your high goddamn horses. You done fucked up, and I cannot stand the river of drivel that spurts from most of Battlefield 5's many mouthpieces. It isn't all doom and gloom. The dev talks and information they release randomly have been actually pretty good. I think they have realised what people want to see, and are trying to deliver on it. But then wham! Like a slap on your sausage, they tell us that we've got a grand total of 30 primary weapons, 7 sidearms, 9 melee weapons and 16 gadgets. Are we supposed to be impressed? It may sound a lot, but 17 have already been used in the beta. And when EA's yapping golden retriever, it's not the correct dog, but you know who I mean, is disappointed, you know it's just not good enough. You know what else really pisses me off? It's them not living and dying by their words and metaphorical swords. They made this game. They said it was different. They said it wasn't historically accurate. They said it would have crazy customization with limbs and swords and diamond-studded dildos. May not be fully accurate. They said that teamwork was a necessity. They said that attrition was a way forward and just to deal with it. They said you wouldn't be able to heal yourself. They said ammo would be scarce. They told us not to buy the game if we didn't like it. But now they are backpedaling on so much of that. Do you take us for fools? Why not live by your words? If the game was so bloody good when you were telling us it's perfect and we should buy it as is, why are you lessening the crazy customization options now? Why are you making it more historically authentic? Why are you giving everyone medical pouches on spawn? Why are you upping people's ammo? Why? Why? I'll tell you why. It's because they need to make money on this game. They don't give a damn about us. They saw it flopping because of their decisions and want desperately to claw back the dollar signs floating away into the ether. You are entitled to defend them if you really think that they are listening to us or care. But when is enough really enough? EA's stranglehold is killing DICE, that's for sure, but equally Battlefield's loving relationship with its influences is also hurting the franchise. Developers usually, I say that, usually make good games. They know what they are doing for the most part, but when they invite gamers to tell them how to make a game, I think you're asking for trouble. A world-class footballer doesn't always make a world-class manager, and a mediocre player doesn't always make the best person to listen to when tweaking, changing, or making brand new gameplay mechanics. All these content creators turned wannabe game devs, I believe, are responsible for some of the issues that we are seeing. Take a breath. Okay. This has been one hell of a rant. I don't usually do it. It hasn't really had much direction, just rather an overflow of passionate disagreement and disappointment. It is such a colossal shame. This could have been the best Battlefield game ever made, and it's still possible that it might be. But so much damage to players, fans and people like you and me has already been done. Can I tell you to buy this game? No. Will I spew the hyper-positive Battlefield bullcrap trying to convince you that everything is gravy? No. Will I be honest with you whether you agree with me or not? Abso-bloody-lutely. In good conscience, I can't praise something that isn't yet praiseworthy, not when we will be shelling out hard-earned money for it. So many issues cloud this game. It was pushed back, the belligerence of developers which I just can't stand, the lackluster and downright awful marketing campaign, the lack of weapons and content on launch, the removal of features at launch, the sand in your vagina attitude from any die-hard fans of the franchise when you dare to criticise their beloved Battlefield. I'm sorry people, I just can't be the propaganda mouthpiece that maybe some people want me to be. I give credit where it is due and criticise where opprobrium is needed. I can finally say all of this because I will never be a game changer. I won't be an EA friend. I make videos with half-naked women in them, and I criticise with my typical type of language. I don't sing from their hymn sheet, and recently it was made clear that the community, despite its friendly face and welcoming attitude by many, hides more toxicity than Donald J. Trump's bedroom debacles. I'll end on this, and please don't hate me for it, but if you got this far, allow me one more analogy. Let's say you go out for dinner and order an expensive meal. The first course is, so it's okay, but not really worth the money. Nice enough. The entree arrives, it's naff, tasteless and cold. Your main arrives and the steak itself is bland and tough, but the dauphinoise potatoes were sublime. The dessert is alright, just mediocre at best. Do you pay the £65 bill happily, or do you feel shortchanged? Do you go and tell all of your friends, colleagues, mistresses and associates that it was the best meal you'd ever had? Or do you say, actually, it wasn't worth the money? The meal was mostly rubbish. This is like Battlefield right now. Parts of it are like those juicy, flavoursome dauphinoise potatoes, but so much of it is like the cold, unloved lobster and the tough as old boots overcooked steak. Will I buy this game? Will I cover it? Probably. I just can't hide my disappointment, my frustration, and my intolerance for the veganism of the gaming world, the pretentious peddling of postured propaganda. I guess when it comes to Battlefield and after this video, I will undoubtedly be flying solo. Wish me luck! I just had to get this off of my chest. For better or worse. Hell, maybe I've been too harsh. Maybe I am indeed wrong. I guess the proof will be in the pudding come the 20th of November. In the words of the great Patrick Rothfuss, call a jack, call a spade, but always call a whore a lady. Their lives are hard enough, and it never hurts to be polite. Right now, I feel like the whore. So please be nice. As always, this is just my opinion, so please let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you wanted more content of the same, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Share this video by learning my name in a plethora of different languages and shout DRBC 007 as you approach any security checkpoint from now until your last day. For more honest opinions, rants and raves, tips and tricks, profound nonsense, and all things Battlefield 5, I'm DRBC 007, signing off.